So I just finished 3 days Trans-Euro Trail, Switzerland. And just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the bag choices that I made. So I have the Touratech hard bags. I have a 1300 GS, just straight standard GS. Just got it this year. Love the bike. It's amazing. And I love the hard bags, but for traveling and off-road, went with the company that I've had their gear back in the US. I live now in Germany. It's called Moto, and their equipment, everything they've made, I've absolutely loved. Super durable, well built. So what I did this time was I got their, backcountry 35-liter bags with the side pockets that are 5 liters a piece. So that gives me an extra 10 liters, 45 liters. And this is what I used for the trip. And I got to say, they're absolutely amazing. I love the way they mount because they're able to sit much higher on the bike, which some people may think it's higher center of gravity, harder to control, but you really can't tell. And the thing I like about it is get your legs out of the danger zone of getting crushed like the hard bags, or sit a little bit lower, and the 1150, 1200 GSs were even worse. So your chances of hitting your leg, getting your leg stuck in there is very slim. I loved the kind of the flexibility of having the 2 5 liters on each side. I put my rain gear in one. The other one actually ended up being my dirty clothes when I got done, and it was kind of nice because it just kept all that stinky stuff from being stacked inside the bag. And then we camped for 3 days, and so one of the panniers has kind of all of my tent, my sleeping bag, my sleeping pad, my pillow, kitchen stuff, stove. It all fits in one, and the second one has got kind of all my random things, clothes. I actually even had to work for a couple days, so I brought all my work stuff with me, and clothes, tie-down straps, socks. My food was in the other one, and a few other things fit in there as well. The other 35 liter, I also bought the med kit that goes in there, and it's nice because it's a red med kit, looks just like this. And then on the other one, I did buy the water bladder, and it's really nice because it's got a nozzle that sticks out the bottom. Right here, there's a little nozzle hole, so you can flip this up, and then the nozzle sticks right out here. And this was just amazing. I mean, brushing your teeth, getting water to cook at night, it was perfect, right? The only thing that's a downside to these, I would say, is the security side. I did buy there's a cable lock that goes around the whole pannier, which I did lock them before I left because I put them on my bike the night before I left. But you can't I didn't lock these side bags. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I think if I had 2 cable locks, I could do one around the bag and then one around these auxiliary pads or auxiliary bags as well. And that, I think you would lock everything and it would be pretty safe. But a couple other things is it did rain. The last day it just poured. And these things are just bomb-proof. There's not a single drop of water that got into them. The other thing that I really liked is when it poured, I packed up my tent. I was able to get that into the bag fairly dry. And then the rain fly I put on the outside, and these outside pockets are great. Put my shoes in there. I have a axe in here right now, actually, that I use to put the tent stakes and stuff in. But I was able to stuff the rain fly in here and rode with it the whole last day until I got to the hotel where I was staying for the last day, and strung that stuff all over the hotel room and got it to dry out. But it was so nice to not have that wet stuff inside my bag because obviously they're waterproof. So if you're wet, you're putting it in your bag, it's just going to stay wet. So So that worked out absolutely perfect. I think probably one of the best setups I've had in a long time. So love the soft bags and the ability to use them fairly easily, right? I do like how they clip on and clip off. I think one challenge was the right-hand bag where I mounted the puck. It actually, there's a locking mechanism on these, or latching mechanism right here on the back, right here. And you can see you can pull it and it has a lock right here. And it was this side actually, when it slides into the puck, that the vertical bar is right in the way. More my issue of how I mounted the pucks, so I need to move that one. So there is a lock that you can put through here, and that would probably be ideal, because then you can lock them on the bike and then you can lock the bag, and then that way you know it's not going to come off. And so something I probably need to adjust when I get home, but if I can get to that one, it's fairly easy. The bag that sits on the left, this is on the back side of the bag or the bike, so it's really easy to get to. The right side is a little more challenging because there's crossbars right in the way, and it's toward the front of the bike. And there's just a lot more things that can get in the way over there on the front. So these bags were great. I was trying to see if I could fit all of my stuff in just the two bags, these two the two backcountry bags, but I did end up having to use a third bag, but this was a good idea. And so also from Moto, and I've had this bag, this is a brand new one, but I got this exact bag back home. And this is the Alpine D30, which they've changed the design a little bit, but it's so nice to have this on the back of the bike. And so the two bags slide into the pucks. This one sits on the back, and it's just, you need space for just random things that you need to get in and out of the bag quickly. So, things like water, extra gloves, miscellaneous thing, that went into this bag. I also, in that bag, I also put this bag, which I got from Moscow as well, which is a Wildcat 12 backpack. And this was great because when I started off-road, basically I strapped my random stuff in this bag and strapped it pretty tight, so I didn't really get into it much. Put everything I needed into this backpack, had my water bladder, everything else, and was able to just wear this. Super comfortable backpack. I also used this to go to work over the last couple days, so it worked for both. But Moscow gear just is amazing. It works really well built, well designed, and I've loved using it. Everybody that was with me, I was with a couple other people with 1200 GSs. They have the original stock hard bags, and they love this stuff too. I mean, it's like, wow, that stuff is really cool. So I think hopefully they'll be picking up something like this as well, because it just works that much better. Again, just that much safer too for you as a rider. So just wanted to share those bits about